Hey everyone, welcome to Jesus Be the Name electric guitar tutorial. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The lead electric guitar is what we're going to be covering in this tutorial. So what we want to do is the first kind of sign of that where we start playing lead guitar starts on chorus 1 and we're playing 16th notes. What we are on is string 2, fret 8, and we're playing 2 measures there, then fret 7, 1 measure there with 16th notes, and then 1 measure on fret 5 with 16th notes. So let's try that to a metronome, shall we? You just want to keep a real steady picking. Some players, I've noticed on walkthroughs, prefer to do all these with downstrokes. I find it's a lot more comfortable, for me at least, and more relaxed with alternate picking. I'll count us in. 2, ready, play. And then it just does that again. That takes us to verse 2, super fun part of the song. Again, the lead electric guitar in this part is doing ambient swells. They're single note swells from what I've heard on other walkthroughs. But what I decided to do is kind of outline chord shapes. So I'm going to be playing 6th tones here, and we're just going to be outlining the D to the A, the E minor 7 to the G. My guitar is tuned down half a step, and the reason I've done that is because I have a solo that I want to share with you at the end of the song, and it would be super hard for me to play that in D flat. So here we go. So verse 2, we have kind of a big washy ambient sound. If you want to play these with standard tuning, just back everything up I've done and shown you here with 1 fret back. We start out with a D, and I'm just finger picking these the first time through, and then we go to an A note, A chord rather, and then to get to our E minor 7 chord, we're going to just slide ring finger up 1 fret on string 2. We're still on strings 4 and 2. And then we're going to pull those off and play 4 and 2 open. And then the second time through, what I like to do, instead of just playing the straight 6th sounds again, that's really hard to say by the way, is to slide up into those. So string 4, fret 4, we're going to slide up to 7, and then just again, we're going to pick fret 2, string 7. So that sounds like this. I said fret 2, string 7, my apologies. Fret 7, string 2. So that first part there, we slide up, and then you can hybrid pick. And then we come out of that into A chord again, just the same one that we did the first time through. Now we're going to take our E minor 7 up higher. So what we want to do is we want to slide from string 4, fret 5 up to 7. And then hybrid pick string 2, fret 8. That gives you... And then we're going to slide from string 4, fret 7 up to 12, and then hybrid pick string 2, fret 12 for our G chord, finishing that. Let's try that to a metronome, shall we? 1, 2, ready, play. And that takes us into the second half of verse 2, which is where the vocalist sings, Jesus be the name ever on my lips. I've decided, I'm sure you probably already listened to the playthrough if you're watching my walkthrough, but I know you heard there I put some soulful licks in there. We're just playing dyads, and we're just hammering on and pulling off. So I'm going to play those for you. Actually, that last part. So the way that works there is we need to stay out of the way of the piano. The piano starts on beat 1 and plays that like that little 1 and 2. On beat 2, the 2 beat is where we're going to come in, and we're just going to be in that small space in the measure after the piano, before the vocal. So the way that works is we're going to slide up fret 7, strings 3 and 2, and we're hammering on, pulling off fret 9, hammering on to fret 9, back to 7 on string 3. And then we're going to come to string 4, and with an upstroke, we're going to pull off from 9 to 7. And then we're going to be on strings 4 and 3, and we're going to do the same thing that we did on strings 3 and 2. We're going to hammer on to 9 real quick and then pull off. That sounds like this. And that second part there was I really like caged electric guitar, or guitar teaching rather, and we're just outlining a C-shaped G major chord with some embellishments that we're pulling off to. So what we're doing there on our G major chord is on string 2 we're pulling off from 8 to 7. And then on string 3 from 9 to 7, and then on string 5 we're landing on the G note. And then it rolls back around, plays the beginning lick again, and then we go to kind of the cherry on top of all that soulful stuff there. And we add that before we go into chorus 2. So strings 2 and 1, fret 10, and we're going to be hammering on to fret 12 of string 2 and pulling back off. But then when we come back up, we're going to be upstroking on string 3, fret 11. And then we're going to do that same idea. We're going to come to fret 7, string 2 and 1, and hammer on, pull off, and pick up on string 3, fret 9. So the whole thing, 2, ready, play. And you get the idea there. That's a little bit difficult for me to play without all the music in the context and just playing it kind of wide open there like that. But one more time. And that takes us into chorus 2. Now this is our first time through the chorus, kind of in a bigger sort of way. The first time through the chorus was kind of a down chorus, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to play the chorus does what it does, and then it repeats itself. The first time through the chorus, we're going to play exactly what we did on chorus 1, and we're just going to play it with a little more gain. So that's kind of the sound there. I'm playing the bridge pup, and I'm just alternate picking. The second time through on the chorus, if you'll notice on the elevation recording, there's a second lead guitar that comes in and does some stuff in the lower register. We're going to stay where we are and add some melodic content with what we're already playing. So the way that works the second time through the chorus is that instead of starting with our pinky on string 2, fret 8, we're going to start with our middle so we can put in some of these licks. So we play about a 1E into 2E. And then we pick up from 9 to 7 on string 2. bum, bum, bum. And when we come to string 3, fret 7. Second time through that, we do this. The only change there is we're going 10, 8, 7. And then the third time, oops. So the last time there is that lick, and we're on string 4. It's just a legato lick. We're only picking one time. You pick string 4, fret 2, slide up, slide back, slide up to F sharp, back to E, then up to A. So let's play that whole section to Here We Go. And then it turns back around, and the only thing that it does different then is the last time there's kind of a nice tom feel there, and I'm just kind of doubling up what the tom rhythm is doing. And then that takes us into instrumental and bridge 1. Okay, instrumental and bridge 1, what we're wanting to do, we've got some more 16th notes that we're playing. So what happens there is we're on string 4, fret 9. And we're backing up, and again, this is not pull-offs here. We're picking all of these. So that's kind of the sound you get there. You back up to 7, and then you come back to 9. And then we slide up to string 4, fret 11, and we do the same procedure, C sharp to D. So here we go, putting those two together. And then we come over to string 3, fret 9. And then we end on fret 7 of string 3, just playing 16th notes. And then it does that a couple more times as they start singing in the bridge. And the last time through the bridge, I go to the bridge pup and add some overdrive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through this one time with kind of that overdrive thing, just so you can hear what that sounds like at the end. This will be the last time through the thing. I do some serious palm muting and just pick up with the dynamics as the drums are going and building up. 2, ready, play. Then that takes us to the third time at the chorus. Now, on the other walkthroughs that I saw, most everybody was just playing, when they're playing the lead part here, they're just playing the straight note on string 2, fret 12. Sorry, I didn't mean to play. Just playing 16th there for 2 measures, backing up 1 measure and a half here, and then playing a lick. Which we'll get into in a second. But what I've chosen to do there, instead of playing single note, is the drums are just really accenting on the quarters and hitting them big crashes there. And I just think if you're the only guitar player up there, you might want a little more beef in your sound. So I've just added the low note of the chord that we're outlining there. So we got B. I've just added the G in there. Again, that's relative to the key of D. So that sounds like this. What I'm going to do is just play through the whole segment along with the licks one time through. 1, 2, ready, play. and then it turns back around and does it again. It does that 3 times, and then on the last time, we have what I would call super fast tremolo picking. If you notice me on the playthrough, at that point, my muscles are really hurting as I get to the end of that segment. In my forearm, they're hurting, and I had to take a deep breath. But you want your pick tilt to be a little down, because I've found down toward the floor, because I've found on the trem picking, when you're kind of playing something with no note value, but just trying to speed it as quick as you can, the picks seem to get off the strings a little easier that way. So that's that segment there, trim picking that. We're going from string 2, 12, 14, 15, 17, 19, coming back to 17. And that's pretty much when my forearm's about to fall off. So I just go to kind of some wide open notes there. So that's our fast trim picking. That brings us back into the bridge. This will be what we call bridge 2. If you'll notice on the recording, there's some kind of harmonic guitars going on with the guitars that are playing the normal part that we went over. What I chose to do there is I still keep the overdrive sound, and I just added a higher octave. So that gives you kind of some more note depth there. Now, they do the bridge 2, I believe, just maybe once or twice. Then we go back to the chorus again. This time on the chorus, it's a down chorus, more down than chorus 3. Down chorus, and there's kind of bass licks along with just the foundational notes. And what we want to do on this is we want to trim pick 30-second notes. Now let me explain these a little bit. 30-second notes is obviously doubled up 16ths. So you have to play steady 8 times per beat. So if you're playing 16ths, let me roll a metronome here. That would be 16ths, which you could count 1 E into 2 E into 3 E into 4 E into, but we've got to double that. So the best way for me to explain it is there's really no way to count it. Just kind of click it with your tongue and say duh. It's fun to do. 8 times. Like that. You want all those to just have one syllable so you can just say them quickly and know how to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play that chorus part. It basically plays what we did in chorus 3 minus adding the extra note in, obviously. And then the second time through it, it goes up even higher. So here we go with that section. 2, ready, play. And that takes us out there. That second part is you're just, again, on string 2, and you're going up 12, 14, 15, 17, 19, back to 17. So that gives us what I would call chorus 4, like the 4th time through the chorus. Then at that point, we go back to kind of the bridge statement. You have background vocals doing whoa, whoa, that little section there. And then you have a lot of vocal embellishments. I've talked about this in my other tutorials. A lot of times I've found in a Sunday morning context, some of those parts that sound really big on the live recordings that you listen to can sound a little weaker. So I kind of always like to have something that I can play there. And you know, why not play a guitar solo? So what we're going to do there is we're going to return back to the 6th idea that we used earlier, and we're just going to outline some chords for the first part and then put in some more playing, some licks and stuff at the end. The way that sounds And that takes us to the end of the song. So let's look at what we're doing there. First thing you want to do is you want to slide string 3 from fret 12 to fret 16. We're kind of playing it like we played the second part of verse 2. We're sliding up to 16 on string 3, and then 15 on string 1. And as you'll see there, I'm just going to play this finger pick. That's outlining an E minor chord. We're just pulling 2 notes out of there. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to outline a G chord. And I'm going to slide up from 9 to 12, string 4, and play string 2, fret 12. Then we're going to outline, what is it next? A D chord by string 3, sliding up from 11 to 14, and then string 1 to 14. And then we're finishing with the A chord. We're on strings 4 and 2, sliding up from 11 to 14. We're going to do that, I think, 3 times, and then we end with a lick that I can't seem to play at this point. And what we do there, that is just a D major scale played descending on an A chord, and we're landing on the 5 of the chord, the E. And then that takes us back around to our bends. So what we're going to do there is you're going to be on string 2, fret 14. Almost forgot how to play it. So you bend up to the D note, and then you pull off back to string 2, fret 12, and then you get on string 3 and slide up 14, 16, 11. I'm not picking all those notes, so in context that sounds like. And then we drop that down, string 3, fret 11. We do a really fast slide. So we bend this note up to the G. We slide from 11, 14 back to 11 really quickly. And then we're going to play 9 to 11 on string 3 and end the statement, string 4, fret 12. Then we're coming up to string 2, fret 19. We're going to play that 3 times, go up to the G 1 quick time, and then end on string 2, fret 17. So here it is, 1 time through on the solo. And that takes us out. Hey everybody, thank you for investing into this channel, taking your time to watch this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it.